when you're thinking about designing a resistance training program, there's a bunch of different components. And one of the components that you need to put in there is obviously a strength component. And what we mean by strength isn't just like how much can you curl or how much can you bench. We really talk about strength training in the sense of functional strength training. And what we mean by that is it's multi-joint, it's diagonal, it's rotational versus sitting in a machine and just going in one plane of motion. That's not going to necessarily carry over to becoming a better athlete, to necessarily feeling better and to actually moving better. And that's really what the goal of doing this resistance training program, or even stepping in the gym, or maybe it is to just get bigger biceps or bigger calves. I'm not sure, but generally most people are doing that because it's going to make them feel a certain way. What we believe is that if we train functionally these multi-joint, rotational, diagonal patterns, you'll be able to move better than you've ever moved before, especially if you never have done these things. Another reason why we want to train functionally and do the functional strength training is because it will make you also less prone to get injured. And so a lot of people, they get injured because their muscle timing isn't right, or they've got a lot of tightness, and that comes from isolating muscles. So you really want to work towards integrating those muscles. How do we do this? Well, it gets a little complicated for some people, but we'd like to simplify that for you. And when you walk in the gym, the easiest way to do that is to just think about doing hip dominant exercises, quad dominant exercises. You have a push, a pull, and a twist. And if you just have those things in mind, you'll be doing great. But the main thing is for you to focus in on not isolating, but integrating your muscles, and also working on the muscle and the movement quality, not for the quantity and not for just pure getting the work done. You want to be intentional, and you want to be okay with just practicing these movements and just getting better every time. So go ahead, use your grit, and good luck. And if you have any other questions, check us out at mywellnessmechanics.com. Thank you. For your resistance training exercises, we'll begin with the hip dominant exercises first. And the first exercise we want to teach you is the hip hinge. Begin with your feet shoulder width apart and your feet at 12 o'clock. Focus on pushing your hips back and keeping your spine in a straight, neutral position. Don't let your spine flex and your chest drop down. Instead, fold at the hips and let your arms be like ropes and your hands like hooks, and they're just going to drop straight down. For your quad dominant exercise, we're going to coach you through the air squats. Begin with your feet facing anywhere from 0, which would be facing straight forward, to 15 degrees out. Have your feet as wide as a hip width plus a fist apart, not gripping too tightly with your toes, and your arches up. As you squat, keep your arches up, your knees over second and third toe, bending at the ankles, knees, and hips like a folding table. Notice how the spine is staying nice and straight, which is similar to your hip hinge pattern. Lastly, just keep your head in the neutral position. The second fundamental movement pattern that we want to coach you through is the twist or anti-rotation. And the first exercise will be the cable chop. Have your feet facing forward, knees softly bent, lock your pelvis to the rib cage, tighten your core, grip the towel, and pull to your chest. And slowly push to opposite hip, keeping your spine nice and tall. Do not let the cable rotate your body or twist your spine. The second anti-rotation or twist exercise is the cable lift. Have your feet facing forward, grip the towel with an overhand grip, lock the pelvis to the rib cage, and pull the towel into the chest, keeping your elbows in tight. And then from that position, push straight up. Keep the spine long and do not let the cable rotate your body. The next fundamental movement pattern we want to coach you through is the vertical push, and the exercise will be curl to press. Have your feet facing forward, abs tight, and just curl the weight and press it over your head. Breathe out as you're curling and pressing and tighten your core. Maintain a neutral spine throughout the whole exercise. The next fundamental movement pattern is the vertical pull. The exercise that we'll be doing for vertical pull is the lat pull. Begin with grabbing the weight, keeping the spine long, and pulling the elbows into the sides. Avoid jutting the chin and the shoulders forward or shrugging the shoulders. Instead, pull the shoulder blades into the back pockets and lift the chest up. And keep your abs tight. The horizontal push is our next fundamental movement pattern. The exercise that we'll do to work this movement pattern is an incline push-up. Maintain proper alignment and stability throughout this whole exercise. Be aware of extending the neck and the back and doing a push-up like this, or flexing the hips and doing a pike push-up like this. Instead, get the body as straight as possible. Another common flaw is decentrating the shoulders and doing a push-up like this. Instead, push your shoulder blades apart, centrate the shoulders, tighten the abs, and perform the push-up. The last movement pattern is the horizontal pull, and the exercise we'll show you for a horizontal pull is the incline row. Maintain proper alignment from your heel all the way to your head. Notice how the stabilizing shoulder is centrated and the shoulder is stapled to the rib cage. My abs are really tight. Keep your elbow in tight and bend your elbow to 90 degrees. In conclusion, your resistance training program will always include a hip dominant, a quad dominant, a twist or anti-rotation, a vertical push, a vertical pull, a horizontal push, and a horizontal pull. Thank you.